What is up, guys, and welcome back to What is the Question? Today the question is RipStick really worth the price? Now, this is a commonly asked question after I've researched it, and I'm sure there are a bunch of YouTube videos on it, but I'm also going to be doing an in-depth review of this, so let's get started. A RipStick looks like this. I actually have two RipSticks here, a red and black one. These are both second to largest size, and a pink and blue one. So, essentially what these are, they're transportation devices with spinning wheels, and I don't fully understand the physics of these because they just blow my mind, but you can ride them in many ways. You can sit on it, you can lay on your stomach, you can ride on your hands, like doing a handstand. I can't do that, but I've seen people do it. It's really nuts. You can also ride on your feet. That's the most common way to do it. Once you learn to ride this, it's really easy, but it's really hard if you haven't learned it yet. So I'm going to show you some of the features. So the swiveling wheels really helps the swiveling motion on it, because the two casting boards right here, I can't really do it with my hands, but I don't know if you can see, but it's moving a little bit. I also have bearings, like in fidget spinners. I made a couple videos on those, but they do have bearings in them, and roller bearings, and this one essentially helps it roll. So you have two metal circles. So you have an inner one and an outer one. In the middle, you have like a bunch of little metal balls that spin around, and that helps. And you connect the wheel to the outside wheel of the bearing, and that makes it spin when you hit it. Roller bearings are very effective, I think, because they make a thing spin very easily, and if you have WD-40 or some sort of lubricant, they're going to go very, very fast. This one is the same thing. This one's been a little worn out. That one's my sister's, but I've had this one for about, Christmas of 2016, so 5 months, I guess, 5 whole months. As you can see, paint job kind of wears off after a while. That's not great, but it doesn't really matter, because you're not worried about the paint job, you're worried about stopping. That's the thing. You're supposed to ride these on a flat surface because there are no brakes, and that's one of the biggest concerns my parents had when they got this for me, is that there's no brakes. And my friend actually a few days ago got a really bad injury by riding this down a hill, and this is the hill right here we're talking about. It's a really big hill, and I live on it, so it's really treacherous going down it with any transportation device, but especially with a RipStick because it has no brakes. So now we're going to start out on a pros and cons list, and I'm going to start out with the cons because you should always start with the bad news first, I think. So I actually have a con right now. I just cut my finger on a really sharp piece of plastic. I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of blurry, I think. But so the thing that I cut myself on are these right here. These are very sharp pieces of plastic that have formed after some very bad wrecks on a RipStick. Not too bad, so that's one of the cons. Another one of the cons that I mentioned earlier was that the paint job wears off pretty quickly, and the warning sticker falls off pretty easily, but those don't matter as much. Another con is that the wheels wear down fairly quickly for a transportation device that's supposed to be used on ground. So it works very well in flat concrete, but if you do any, if the horizon is tilted whatsoever, those are gonna, get pretty messed up. And my friend's RipStick, these are basically flat. And his RipStick's 5 years old, but it's literally just kind of if you've ever seen a sword sharpener, like in the medieval times, it's kind of what it looks like, that wheel. So yeah, those are the cons. Some of the pros are that it doesn't wear down. The wheels still spin insanely well after 5 full months of riding this almost every day. So yeah, they don't stop spinning at all. Another pro, the screws don't come off easily at all. Like, they don't come off if you try to use it with the proper tools. Obviously, if you try to fix it, yourself, you're probably going to get in a jam, then you're probably going to have to go get it fixed professionally, or you can just get it fixed professionally in the first place, and then you're going to get it done. And that costs a fair amount, not a bad amount, but yeah. I have a strange fact that's both a pro and a con. So RipSticks, the price, they range anywhere from the small ones, which are $30, to the expensive ones, which are like $370. And honestly, I don't think $200 is worth it. I think the highest worth for these RipSticks that I have are about $150 or $175. That's about what I assume we got it for, actually, because I looked this up on Amazon. That's about the price. So it's decently expensive. So yeah, you can get it from a range of prices. Yeah, from $350 to $30. So that's a weird one. And the final thing I have is it worth the price? I'm going to say no, by a little bit, and just because I think since they're just made out of plastic, and the only metal pieces are these, the bearings in the middle are metal, and it's fairly cheaply made, but it's barely because they're really fun, and I think they're worth it for about 2 or 3 years, but then they start getting boring and obsolete, and essentially just not worth it anymore. And so, I mean, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Next video I'll show you how to ride one, and thanks for watching. Bye.